Party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los. Rumble Aldo NICE is the uncle.
Well, seem like that Rona Talk might be coming back. I'm hearing little whispers and rumblings potentially that we might be headed towards another shutdown. And with this got me thinking, and this just brings me to my next point. I'm kind of confused, bruh. If this is the case, when would this be? Like sooner than later? Or this is way in January sometime if and when we do get our new president. You see what I'm saying? Not to mention, prior, when we did have that little shutdown, it was pretty regular out here, bruh. It was just very regular. People still was barbecuing in their front yard. Stores still was open. The only thing was, like, some people wasn't going to work. But then again, some people was. Because, like, damn near everybody found a way to be essential. I just need to know what this goddamn shutdown, lockdown gonna look like. And at the end of it, after what, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, I don't even know how long it would be. Would the hope be that we're gonna be good, coast is clear, everybody just out here again, boys gonna be good to go for a Mardi Gras again or something like that? Like, what does this mean? Questions that need answers.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
It's your boy Rog Smuve.
It's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Rumble speaking a lot of facts. I definitely wanted to talk about that this week, so he put me in a place where we could hop right into it. Man, Rona out here winning again.
And now, Rona Talk. Rona Talk with Aldo NICE, Rog Smuve and Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Yeah, baby.
Absolutely. Yeah, Rona actually is shutting down the county that I live in Friday. So we're going to things will be closing at 8. It's like mandatory for businesses that are considered to be essential to close at 8, and then more to come.
See, I think they're going to have to really sit down and kind of map out, I guess, have a plan behind the shutdown, because you can't have that small capacity stuff. I mean, I think you really going to have to kind of shut it down and just, have grocery stores with, very few people in them open. You can't have little bars able to do this because they're selling food. They can still have people in or outside. You know what I'm saying? You really going to have to crack down if we're going to ever get through this thing. Because, I guess they're on the hopes of the vaccine coming. I guess buku people going to take the vaccine and they asshole going to turn inside out or something. But, I don't think the majority, a lot of people not taking it. Well, I'm not anyway. But they really want to sit down and map that thing out, bro, and get it right.
What if they make you take it?
Can't make me take no vaccine, dog.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Can't
sound like
make me take no vaccine.
Sound like they was gonna make you take a vaccine. That's what it sounded like he had said when you had said it. Yeah, like I said, it's a lot going on. And Raj, when you said that they're shutting down your county, I think that's all Slick Shady is doing. And Hickenlooper, if it wasn't for Hickenlooper, they'd have y'all still out here in these streets doing whatever you want. No, I think
no mask,
no mask at all, right? I would think that there's some truth to what Los is kind of throwing out there in this regard, that, yeah, you can't half-ass a shutdown for it to be effective. I mean, in a big picture, I don't know if you guys have really thought about that, but I thought about what the big play of COVID not killing everybody looks like. And it does look like taking a vaccine. There's like these anti-vaxxers, that's a thing, right? For people, a lot of times these far radicalized people who say the government they don't vaccinate their kids because they think it's all a conspiracy. So they don't take like measles vaccines or mumps or flu shots, or they don't let their little girls get HPV vaccines, which could stop them from getting ovarian cancer when they get older because they just don't believe in it. So when Los, you say something like, I ain't gonna take no vaccine. I mean, I listen to it from a little bit of, I think that you're not sure about it, but also I just don't necessarily think that I believe you on that, because I think if people start taking the vaccine, like if your mama hit you up and said she didn't took the vaccine, I think you go consider taking the vaccine. I
gotta give her some time and see how it turn out for her.
Okay, she don't turn into a zombie.
I gotta give her some time, man.
Make sure this
it work out well for her.
I think we have cured cancer, right? Isn't that I Am Legend? I think we have cured cancer.
I Am Legend, Resident Evil. They all of the zombie apocalypse started. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them started with a sickness, and then the government put out this big fire drug, and it turned people into viruses. People into zombies. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. So maybe I
gotta see how it turned out, man.
Maybe that is how we all go, but it's a part of man. That corona that took down. They say Jeremiah was in the ICU. I mean, not like Jeremiah is August Alsina or nobody, but I mean, I feel like that man had hits.
Yeah, they said that boy was doing. He was like bad too.
Mm-hmm.
You just never that's the scary part about it. You just never know what it's gonna do when it get in your body, bro. You know, you just never know.
That's what I tell them too.
that's what you come. That's how you coming. And they say when it hits you the second time, no, it's even worse. So boys running out there talking about their goddamn antibodies. But boy, I had that thing in March. Cutting them antibodies been gone since May. You just been lucky not to come down with that thing again. I don't know that to be a fact, but I do know that if you got to get a flu shot every year, that means your antibodies leave after a certain amount of time, bro.
You get a flu shot every year?
Yeah.
Damn antibody snowbird.
I don't get flu shot.
Cherry pick. Yeah, I get a flu shot every year.
I took a flu shot one time, bro. I was like down bad, like sick for like a week and a half. I ain't took one since.
That's because your immune system compromised. But go ahead.
I don't take a flu shot because so back before YouTube, I used to look at videos on the internet on E-Bombs World. You remember that?
I actually do.
E-Bombs World?
I do.
Okay, so they had this video of this chick that couldn't walk forward after she took
I saw
flu
that.
shot.
I remember that.
Ever since I saw that video, I'm like, I'm not about to be out here walking backwards. I'm just not about to do it. Like,
crawfishing
so
for your whole life.
Imagine if we go hoop, I gotta hoop backwards, cut.
No, you can't hoop. Nobody's picking you if you can't run forwards.
Cut. What if that man
I'll just do reverse layups all day.
What if that man like Jalen Ramsey, cutting, and that man just get in that squat
Ooh.
and just has.
Backpedal, nice.
And hold up, and reverse dunks all the time.
Reverse dunks. I could be an offensive lineman. So all I do is do that little thing that they do.
That little kickback.
Kickback, yeah.
But that's all you. But you can't. You gotta turn around and get to the next play.
Then he could be.
You gotta turn around and back in the huddle.
He could be a swimmer.
That's fine.
You could be a swimmer. Only do the backstroke.
Yeah.
He could be a dancer for Juvenile and back that thing up.
Both of y'all said the same thing. Both some big twerkers.
Same joke.
Grown men, women, old people. Oh, a whole twerk out here, man. Oh, I mean, I know Rumble's concerned. I think he threw out something else in there that I thought was an interesting, couple of interesting things. First, everybody found a way to be essential. Cut. You remember when I said this Burned My Boudin, like in probably April, that everybody quote unquote an essential worker, but it wasn't even their fault, really. I mean, they used it as a badge of honor, but in reality, it was they bosses like finding a way to be like, oh man, they essential, just to make sure everybody ass over there working.
People gonna need dirt right now. Gonna need some dirt, goddamn.
And people need
When I
whoppers.
first heard the word essential, I thought that was like an informal term. I didn't know that it was gonna actually manifest into like a formal term where I'm essential means something more than just
something specific.
I am somebody. I have a dream.
It means something specific, couldn't you? Essential, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Couldn't I think the only time we ever heard essential is like Pantene Pro V, couldn't? Like some essential, essential oils for them beards.
That's what I was about to say. Get some essential oils for your beard.
Then I became
all I'm saying is it's it's going to have to come pretty soon. I just don't want them to wait too late. I think they're trying to hold off after Christmas because they want everybody to still get.
Oh no, we're not getting that thing. We're not getting it this in 2020, bro.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna shut it down either.
Well, no. Oh, you talking about the shutdown? I thought you was talking about. My bad. I thought you talking about the shutdown. I thought you was talking about the specifically vaccine. The vaccine.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm talking about. I'm saying. I think that I hope they need to shut it down soon before it gets worse.
Well, it's interesting because I feel like the more people like differentiate and separate themselves from Trump, the more shutdowns are going to start happening because they're going to be listening to like I think that's what Biden them want us to do, so we're going to start shutting shit down. You know what I mean? As opposed to...
I think it's the other way around, that those people who are upset that Trump is not in office, they going to buck the system and be like, nope, my state not shutting down.
I could agree with that.
We still going on. We not shutting down. Like Texas, I don't think Texas, they ain't trying to shut down.
But it ain't no state, though.
Force them to.
But Los, it ain't no state. You remember how like it was the mayor and the judge Hidalgo was the ones really shutting it down in Harris County. It wasn't like the state. Like the state was letting people do what they wanted. You remember? Well, the state did shut down for a while, but I mean, you know.
Yes. But I'm saying I remember the mayor, he was trying to shut it down before they let him do how he wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. He would have shut it down before they actually let him shut it down.
Sly.
Sly.
I mean, when Biden get in they probably go. I mean, what they really want people to do is calm down before Thanksgiving. That's really what they want them to do. Because they already seeing these surges and they think this shit gonna get out of control between now and like the end of the month. Mm-hmm. That's tough, man, because people want to see their people for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's been a whole year and they've been kind of like wanting some relief, but they like, they telling everybody y'all might as well hold off till Christmas, but shit. Then when Christmas come, they're gonna say, hey, man, y'all might as well hold off till fucking Martin Luther King Day. You know how it go.
Yeah, that I think that after Thanksgiving surge is gonna be crazy. People are like, man, fuck that. I'm going to see my people. Fuck that shit.
I'm going to the Bayou Classic, even if the Bayou Classic ain't even this weekend.
Ain't there. We in New Orleans. Bum.
I bought my room last year. Shit, I'm going.
Yeah,
it's gonna.
I already paid my deposit.
It's gonna be a lot of that. And one more thing, Rumble said that I thought was very interesting. He said people gonna be out here barbecuing in their front yard. Are you a front yard barbecuer or a backyard barbecuer? Are you a front yard hanger or a backyard hanger? And has that ever changed in your life?
Backyard. Yeah, I always been backyard daddy.
I don't know. I don't comprehend hanging out in the front yard. Like I guess if I had like a real cool porch, then I would maybe kick it on my real cool porch. But for the sake of just my house being a normal house, I would probably just only kick it in the backyard.
I think front yard daddies for them hood niggas, man.
That's got something
like hood. That's the crack house. I guess so in Denver. I mean, in Oregon, they're gonna have a bunch of people hanging in the front. But that's for the hood niggas, man. Real respectable people go in their backyard.
Respectable people.
Do we call like the carport / porch patio in the front yard hanging? Like if you're sitting in the on like the under the carport?
That kind of is
front yard hanger. I mean, I think that it would fall into that category more so than a backyard hanger.
I think so too. I mean, so with that regard, think about it. Gramstar anytime we at that man's house, we front yard hanging. Now I know that's different because it's not that's his mama them house. I'm talking about like his mama house. I'm talking about when we was growing up. We'd be in the front yard, in that way.
I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't in the front yard. I was in the back. We was in the back. Like, when we was on the side hooping most of the time.
Side yard.
Side yard daddy.
But we was in the back too though. Like we was back there playing soccer and playing football in the back.
It was a little bit of a motion gift.
Wherever they had the most room at, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of moving around. I don't know a lot of front yard daddies right off the top of my head about people who go in the front yard, but I know them when I pet. Like in the neighborhood, I see people who hang out in their front yard. Who be out there with grilling in the front yard, like just chilling. Yeah. Kids playing in the front yard, like.
You know who I feel like being in the front yard?
Here you go.
That dude on Instagram that go, ay, ay, ay. I'm federal. What's his name? His Uncle something.
Yeah. Oh, shit. He do the Nothin NICE. You hear me?
You heard me?
Nothin NICE. You heard me?
What? I'll cook for you clean. run your back.
Uncle Shine. Uncle Shine.
Uncle Shine. Uncle Shine be in the front yard.
Cutting, I could believe that. Cutting, I could believe a lot of folk, a lot of individuals like Uncle Shine being in the front yard, just bringing down the property value. I couldn't if I passed over there. Speaking,
Uncle Shine got that gate, that little 4-foot gate. Got he open.
Cutting, no, you say you talking about somebody's gate. I'm just saying, no matter where you live at, what's your neighborhood look like? If you got people hanging in the front yard in your neighborhood, it brings down your property value.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to move around.
I don't care who the people are, man. Get out the front yard if y'all don't go behind y'all house and hang out. People hanging in the front yard burns my Boudin. Now, let me tell you another thing that burns my Boudin this week. Speaking of front yards and people in the neighborhood, people with Trump flags still up burn my Boudin.
Oh, hold on. Let me go. So, this past weekend, we was taking us a little ride to northern Colorado, and there was like, I'm gonna call it a parade, but I just think that it was like a Facebook group that got together, and they all had pickup trucks, right? They all had pickup trucks, and some of the pickup trucks had like Trump decals on them, not stickers. I didn't want to say like a bumper sticker, like I'm talking about a full decal, like a NASCAR 45 Trump on it, and they all had flags hanging out the back, and I'm just like, why? I could see if you got a irremovable Trump bumper sticker that you're like, I'm gonna get that off when I get it off. But if you put a flag on your car for some, like, why? Like, that's a man at this point. Like, that's not a candidate. That's a man. That's gay to me. I mean, nothing wrong with being gay, but that's just gay to me.
That's how you come, Raj. I don't agree with the Trump stickers, but I disagree with what that makes them. For the record, you got to realize those people really think that man is gonna get back in office. They still believe in that guy.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They really do. That man is still their president.
Hey, did you just hear Raj's response? That nigga was disgusting. No, they don't. Nigga, yes, they do.
They just making really noise.
No, they really do.
They think some people think there's actually gonna be some news that come out about massive cheating, cause it's gonna happen. Yes. Y'all think it's a joke, but watch.
Yeah.
My president has told
me. Really
listen, I'm gonna say it like this, Raj, and I mean this is a little bit of a little bit different. So I woke up on Sunday mornings recently. I've been listening to like watching Smithsonian Channel on Sunday morning to get some news. It's a pretty good watch, just if you guys are interested in some good news on Sunday mornings. And Obama was on there, and he was kind of plugging a new book that he's putting out there. So he was just talking. Mm-hmm. And that man said, it's so dangerous, the state of affairs in America right now, because we live in a country where there are two sets of reality. Mm-hmm. And people really believe both things. Like, the world we live in, Raj, Los, most of our listeners, there are people who live in a different world. I'm not even talking about the people who listen to Fox News. I think that they probably still live somewhere in our same world.
A little bit different, but yeah.
But these people who get to like Breitbart as their news, America One News, and they consume that kind of media, and then their Facebook tells them all of these stories about shit that's going on. Mm-hmm. Raj, you talked about, and I know this burned your Boudin. One of the people that we know from home posted this week, oh man, James Harden agreed to be traded. I'm sick of niggas like that, right? You sick of that? Cause that man like posts stuff that he think is true, but it don't take a logical person's like, just Google it, man. That's not true. Yeah. You know how many people are like that about like politics and issues like about the election cutting that think that, oh no, Trump telling the truth. That's my president.
But you know what they say? You know, I saw on Facebook, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Oh, okay, I believe that. They ain't going to fact check. It's on Facebook. It got to be real, right?
So, Raj, what say you to that?
I agree with everything y'all saying. I just don't think that them people really think that. Like, I think that they like holding out for, like, I think it's more of a hope thing. But I think that they know and they just upset, and so they just making noise. I think they're just out there, just like, I still mess with that man. I still fool with him. Like, that's still my president. You know, like, just that's what I think. I don't think that they actually.
You don't think that there's a
chance?
You don't think that there's a
I think that there's some people in that group
of that think what
yes,
you
yes,
okay,
yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Make sure you beep that man out. Okay? But yes. I hope you beep that man out. Speaking in past, that's
no,
wild.
no, I'm not. No, that is not wild. Joe Battle is somebody we talk about all the time. But in this context, Joe Battle posted that James Harden had got traded already to the Nets. He should know better than that goddamn shit. And Joe Battle, like he gotta have to live with that. He posted it. He didn't check it. That's not wild, Raj, just to call somebody out on foolishness like that. That is foolishness.
It is wild.
No, it's not.
The thing about it though, Raj, Trump still believe that he gonna be president still.
But that's okay for Trump to believe that. Trump in y'all mans is like in the same boat to me in that regard. Like Trump is one of the crazy ones. I think that they just got people out there that's like, I'm just out here making noise because I'm a radical.
I think they got both.
That's what I think.
I think they got both.
Okay, I think so
they
too.
do.
I think they got both.
It's leaning more to the people really believe that man.
Okay,
I think the country is
50-50.
turning. The country is turning into a lot of people who believe a lot of nonsense, though, Raj. So, I mean, just for that standpoint, I think that that's something that for us to monitor, consider, and kind of look at going forward. The one thing I'm going to say about those flags before I get out of here on this one is, I wish I would have taken a picture of every like house with flags and all kind of stuff going on for the last couple of weeks, and then take another picture after the people took it down. Because I saw one post that was like back to regularly scheduled racism, and it had like the dude with the truck with all the wraps on it, like you're talking about, Raj. Mm-hmm. And then the next day it was just a truck in the same yard with all the stuff off of it, cutting. Yeah. And it was like, well, back to everyday racism. And I wish that was a thing, cutting. I wish that everybody would have been posting shit like that. Like, oh, take down your stuff. Now you
back to Reggie racism, like after Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Speaking of some of our Facebook friends, another thing that burns my Boudin this week is when people post, I'm a fan, win or lose, for their little teams. Cause that burn my Boudin.
I mean, anytime you got to remind me that you're so special to be a Cowboys or Ravens or Steelers or Dolphins fan,
in the face of a loss. In the face of a loss, always.
That's what that's the only time they do that, when they get their ass beat.
I don't need to know about your team. You want to be that kind of fan? I don't need to see things like, "Choo, that boy Lamar, nice." Like, why did I need to see that? I didn't need to see that. I know you're a Ravens fan. I didn't need to see your Ravens news. No one cares, but you and your 4 friends.
I'm just saying, it's cool to post that if y'all beat somebody 30 to nothing. Post that cool then. Don't post it just because y'all got beat and people going in on y'all.
Los, the thing is no one cares. That's what I'm trying. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think all three of us try to make meaningful posts where it's like, I think the people need to see this. Like, I think that the people would appreciate what's on my mind right now. No one cares about your out the ballpark football team that you choose to pull for, win or lose. So just keep it to yourself. It burns my Boudin as well.
What the only thing that cranks it up for me another level is when they use like the keep calm and carry on font with the little thing to post. I'm still a fan either way, couldn't. I hate it.
I haven't seen those. I've seen those at this point.
I mean, the thing about it is, It is literally all Cowboys fans, and it's like when your team is like 3-4 games under 500. That's when you start posting shit like that. I'm just happy. I mean, and speaking of, I know we may not get an opportunity to dive deep into this, and we don't have to do a super deep dive. But the Saints is 7-2, bro. Man,
let's go.
Man, we didn't win 6 games in a row for 4 straight seasons, bro. Man, we are living in charmed times to be a Saints fan, bro.
I don't know why
we good all the time, good.
I agree. I was talking to this guy talking to this guy this weekend, and it turns out he was a Chiefs fan. He's from Kansas City, so fully justified. He said, "Oh man, y'all trash. Y'all always lose in the playoffs." I'm like, man, look, enjoy y'all, man. Like, don't rain on my parade. It's fun to have a winning team for 18 weeks out of the year. Like, it's fun to like high five. Yeah, we get some letdowns in the playoffs, and it's all good. But like, man, let me enjoy my time. Like, and I'm enjoying it justifiably. So enjoy your mans. Enjoy your Super Bowl win. That's dope. But like, just know that it's finite.
Guess what? Kansas City fans should like kiss your whole ass. Because they've been, what you talking about for the last 50 years, they've been the same thing. But probably not getting to the playoffs. Doing even worse.
Exactly.
I remember when they was up by a whole bunch of the playoff game, and I think Andrew Luck came back and beat them. Or maybe they came back and beat Andrew Luck. It don't matter. They didn't go to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. Chiefs fans, fuck out of here with that foolishness. They're the same thing as the Saints.
I'll be happy for the rest. I've always said this, and I think I'm going to say this for the rest of my life. The fact that we won in my lifetime, like, I'm straight. The fact that we won in my dad's lifetime, like in all our dad's lifetime, like I'm good. Yeah. Like I'm glad that I got to see it, and then my dad got to see us win a championship, and that's all I needed. One time, that's it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
And we compete every year in the playoffs. We get cheated every year around the same time. Cool.
Me and my daddy was talking about that this week about that cheating against the Rams, kind of like how the world just went on, like and like ain't nothing happened. That was one of the most egregious shits in sports history.
Yeah, Congress should have recounted that vote. Shit, they want to recount that.
That's right, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, they damn sure should have recounted. Man, look, let me tell you another thing that burns my Boudin this week, and that's self-promotion niggas burn my Boudin. And maybe I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Specifically, self-promotion teachers burn my Boudin. Just go teach them kids, bro. You don't need to be out here with the and it is with the handshakes and with the whatever cutting. But nowadays, Los, it ain't just give a handshake to all of your kids when they come into class.
It's a change in songs, making whole videos.
It's not even that. That been for years. Now it's the whole Facebook page for me teaching, the whole Instagram page about my teaching philosophy. The whole every post is look at what I'm doing with these kids and blah blah blah. Come on, man. Come on. I haven't seen that. That shit is illegal anyway. You shouldn't even be posting them cheering face. Enough of them to get kidnapped and touched in their booty.
Wow. Jeepers creepers.
By that COVID vaccine. And I was just thinking about how wild and what I just said. I didn't say touched on their booty. No.
You said in. That's why I say, ooh. The views expressed by Aldo NICE do not reflect the view.
I take that back. They should keep them cheering off your social media. Why you not? But self-promotion niggas across the board do bother me, Raj. Like, think about y'all professions. Losa just said something about education, but Raj, think about you. If you was working with a dude who was like had a whole page dedicated to look, I'm out here being the Verizon master, and cutting everything was that man in the store handing out phones and doing stuff and talking to people and everything is just I'm self-promoting and he giving out like flyers about where he gonna be and he taking pictures with everybody. I get it. That's how you get on, cutting a lot of times. And that shit works for some people. It's just I don't have it in me to be a big self-promoter like that in real life.
I mean, firstly, what I think went on in our listeners' heads is, that dude, Raj work at Verizon. Like I feel like I'm gonna have some views on my LinkedIn. Like, that's where I actually work. Because we dance around that quite often. Yeah. So, but on the flip side of that, I'm not. So, like in my profession, it's not super duper community based. We try to make it, but it's not community based. So I think that there's better ways for you to promote yourself. You know, I don't know, like you can go knock door to door or something like that, or maybe even just do something. Just send out a blast on Facebook, like buy a sponsorship on Facebook just for something. But like, a whole page dedicated to it. It's just not something that I think as a consumer I would want to follow, so I wouldn't do it myself.
Mm-hmm. I just think if you spend all your time self-promoting, when you really working?
Right.
You set it up, take them pictures. You ain't doing no work. You ain't teaching no kid. And then what school you at where you got time to take pictures? By the time you take 2 pictures, them boys over there shooting each other in the corner.
Well, some teachers I know had pictures like a little camera in the corner.
There you go.
I understand that.
There you go.
Of them.
There you go.
I did hear that happen to a few teachers I know.
There you go. I guess if you really want to be
in the pulpit,
when you really want to be on, you'll do a lot of things. And I guess some people will come and tell us, man, y'all podcast would be 10 times as gas if y'all was some big self-promoting niggas. If like on our personal pages every week it'd be like, oh boy, check out the podcast. Look, we at it again in 20 different posts. We could be those type of people. We just not. And that might not serve us well for this.
We do it, just not to the. We not OD with it though.
Yeah, I guess I got something. I guess
I've been wanting to use OD.
I think that man beat you to it. So.
I can't. Not, but like just in my regular life, like I just haven't found the opportunity.
We're gonna pray that you find one, man. Look, let me tell you the last thing.
What's wrong with that?
Let me tell you the last thing that burned my Boudin this week, man. Rod, you remember the other day I told you about that dude from that city that I said, man, I want you to follow him, and then you went and you found him, and I was one of the 6 people that you knew. I was like, I hate this guy. I shouldn't be following him. I don't know how you don't know him, Raj. And then Raj went and found him one day, and like the 6 people who was common was all like classics. One of them was
Thomas.
One of them was me. One of them was B Fuse. One of them was Joe Battle. I mean, it was a list of
it was the usual
suspects, and I was like, God, I hate that guy.
Sheldon Blade Brown,
all of them. So it was like, dang, I hate him. But he posted something to the extent of, why y'all? I'd be damned if I'ma ever be spending, or why y'all niggas out here spending $2,000 or $1,500 on a PS5, counting other people's money, looking at other people's pockets, and worrying about people buying PS5s burns my Boudin.
Yeah, you gotta go get what you want, man. And if you don't got it and you still go get what you want, that's on you. That's got nothing to do with me.
That is your life.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, for more power to the people spending. I know a guy that spent $899 on a PlayStation on StockX. More power to him, but personally, I'm not going to be spending that much money on that either. I'll just wait until July next year and get one.
I'm just gonna wait until Sammy Young run in their house and steal it, and take it to the pawn shop.
Maybe
I'll just find me a new barber shop.
Right? The comment was The comment was verbatim. People really paying $2,000 for the PS5, and then it was like, like people were sitting there like kind of commenting on that and going back and forth in regards to like, is it okay? Can you spend that much on a PS5? And I know in response, B Fuse post, why y'all care so much about what people do with their money? And I loved it. I hopped in. I loved the comment. I went in there. I commented on the comment, and I was like, because when you ain't got no bread, you count other people's coin, and of course, that burns my Boudin was exactly the post. But I mean, honestly, like that's how I feel about that. Los, you couldn't have said it any better. People, if you got the money, buy what you want, bro. Who gives a shit? If you spend. I mean, that's basically like them saying, Cutting, why y'all gonna go to StockX and buy some J's for $350? Cutting, because I wanted them shoes, Cutting.
Real simple.
Because I wanted them shoes.
My thing, I don't care if you got the money or don't got it, man. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I got way more stuff to worry about in life than how much money you spend on the PlayStation.
That's real.
One of the
other people's property than
OPP, right? Oh,
OPP.
One of the homies posted like the whole stop it. One of the homies posted the thing that we found as our new favorite thing. I want to quote him correctly. It was a post that was like it was a screenshot, and it was like, my 3-year-old told me don't buy him that PS5. Instead, put that money towards my graduation.
That's the best.
That's the wildest.
That's a prime example of the internet winning.
That's so wild.
Or the internet never loses, being undefeated.
That's so wild.
Don't y'all love that? Don't you
And
love
I'm just
it?
mad because like that's completely my humor. Like that's the kind of stuff that I find the utmost humor in. But I just never think of it first. I just wish I could have thought of that first.
And then everybody in the comments was like, no, it said, my 3-month-old son said, quote unquote, Daddy, I don't need a PS5. Use that money to buy land or get an LLC started in my name. Dude name is @skiptomalu, LU _ I guess that's the Twitter handle. That's just funny, dude. That's, to me, that's hilarious. I'm giving credit where credit is due, like you said, Raj. I wish I would have came up with it too, dog. Anytime something is some money, we got to go with that. That's our new favorite thing. So the PS5 was big news this week, so I want to kind of talk a little bit about that before we go on. The Xbox, Series A came out or something.
One of them blew up, didn't it?
I've never ran and got a gaming device when it first came out. Raj, tell us about it. I mean, I think you know a little bit more than us about the gaming systems. What's like the big? I mean, first of all, everybody on here is a PS person, PS5 person, PlayStation in general. But what's like why is nobody talking about the Xbox?
So as the reigning 2K champ in the Best Friend Weekend podcast group, I do know a little bit more. So anyway,
I hate
right.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I just think that we just been on PlayStation. Like PlayStation was kind of I'm not gonna say first to do it, but like just the best to do it with the PlayStation 1. It was like PlayStation was the first person to do it with discs. You know, and everybody else was still using cartridges. Mm-hmm. And so, like, we just been on PlayStation for a while. And then Microsoft came about. And I think, to be honest, what I think held Microsoft back whenever they first came out with the original Xbox was that dumbass controller.
Which was big, huh?
Controller.
Which was big,
like,
big.
So, like, I think that when you went to the store and you was like, which one I'm going to buy? Like, they were both available. And you looked at, and you played your homeboy Xbox, and you might have played your homeboy's PlayStation, mm-hmm. and you got a choice, and you on the fence. You was like, I didn't like that controller, and I also didn't like the fact that the X on the Xbox controller is blue, but in a different position. So that pisses me off as well about it. Mm-hmm. We didn't got to the point where I don't understand why like Samsung don't have a game console or like Apple don't have a game console, because I just think that there's people out there that can probably do it better than Microsoft at this point. So
I disagree.
You don't think so?
No, I disagree because I think that it's a lot of proprietary infrastructure that's already there. Not to say that if somebody else couldn't do it, I just think it's going to take them a very, 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 very long time to get started.
Who made the Wii?
I mean, they would just have to develop their own thing.
Yeah.
So, Sega came out with
I agree.
Sonic the Hedgehog out of nowhere.
That
Nintendo
was a
had
16-bit software technology, because that was not hard.
Xbox came out with Halo, and Halo was kind of their front runner.
You're right.
You know, I just think that Apple can come out with something that's their own. Whatever it is, they can come out with something, and it's going to be dope.
That trunk.
Like, no matter what it is.
That trunk.
Whatever it is, all they're going to do is drop it every year and change one button on it or one function on it.
To add a new camera.
Drop a new system every year. And then when the new system drop, the old one going to get slow.
And then show you pictures of them side by side. Ooh, look how garbage that man looked last year on the game. And look how fire that man looked. Man got sweat.
You know what?
You can see his tattoos.
I miss PlayStation being, or even let's just say gaming consoles. I kind of miss those being my like ecosystem where I had my music on there. Like I know at one point in time, y'all boys probably had y'all music on y'all PlayStation.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. And it's just I don't know. Like I don't know. I personally think that $4.99, because that's how much the PlayStation costs, is cheap.
Well, what
Thomas
posted on his page was that some of y'all sitting out here talking about some $500 a bunch too much for PS5, while y'all typing that on your $2,000 smartphone or your $1,000 smartphone. I was like, yeah, there you go. Fair enough. That's where a lot of your information went. Like that's where your ecosystem is now, though, Raj. But I think it's interesting because it's not even that. because we don't even have all our music on our phone no more. It's all in the cloud. Our whole ecosystem is the cloud now, which is crazy.
But it's not. I feel you, the cloud, but I still use my my phone as my device.
Fair enough.
Like my medium, if you will, to like listen to my music. I don't have an iPod and a digital camera. I actually explained this to someone the other day. They were like, "Why the phone's so expensive?" I'm like, "Man, think of all of the devices that you replace with that cell phone."
Absolutely. Somebody told me the same thing when I got a phone. Like, they gave me that same spiel, right? About it is everything. Why does it matter?
Standard.
Yeah, it is the spiel. I need you to be more creative with it while you're self-promoting. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I don't have time for that.
Sorry for being OD.
Yeah, I'm not gonna self-promote. I don't want to self-promote. I want to promote somebody else. And this time I'm gonna promote the homeboy Jay Harry at Ito Hand Car Wash. From the first 10 minutes of the first conversation on the first episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast, we've been telling you about Ito Hand Car Wash. Man, Jay Harry and the fam been servicing, detailing, and shining up y'all cars in East Downtown Houston for as long as we've been doing this podcast. Black owned and operated. Yeah, you heard that right. Black owned and operated. Ito Hand Car Wash has been the standard of an operation that uplifts the community and provides the service that we need every day. A quality hand car wash by good people. Listen, man, if you haven't been there yet, I don't know why. We've been telling y'all for years. What I gotta do to convince you? Oh, okay, check it out. I got you. If you show up to the wash and give the discount code Best Friend Weekend or Wash Daddy, you get 10% off your visit. So we're hooking y'all up. Besides that, if you follow them on IG at EADO Hand Car Wash, you can find out which day of the month the Ito's food truck will be popping up. Oh, I didn't mention, they had their own recognized and awarded food truck on location with an authentic South Louisiana and Tex-Mex menu. Boudin nachos, stuffed bread, crawfish tacos, all that, man. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Man, stop what you're doing. Go to your Google Calendar, make an event, and plan to come through Ito Hand Car Wash this week. 2919 Leland Street in East Downtown Houston. Ito, revolutionizing the hand car wash experience.
Ooh, I don't have none of that.
Y'all go to Ito 2919 Leland in exactly where it be, East Downtown Houston. The boy's been doing a lot more. The washing's been going out the chain. He say he interested in getting the truck back moving on a fuller time basis. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Go get on the site, hit him up, figure it out. Go get your car washed, support black business, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Speaking of black businesses and such, or black businessmen, if you will. Did y'all see that interview that 50 Cent did on the Breakfast Club talking about Trump was going to give him $1 million
Man.
to support him?
And he said Wayne definitely got paid. He said that boy had a sweatshirt, hat on, everything. Wayne definitely got a check.
I mean, another rapper said, I don't remember who the other rapper was, but I've heard another rapper say the same thing. Somebody who I didn't know good, like one of those.
I remember
late 20s type rappers, cutting like G
we
Herbo
knew him,
or
but
somebody.
we didn't
I
know
don't
him.
know. Yeah, like Trump trying to fly me out there to do something, and I told him no. Cutting, what do you think about Trump's strategy?
Was it YG?
No, it wasn't YG. Nah, he wouldn't. No, YG made fuck Donald Trump, bro.
Yeah, but then he might have made that after Donald Trump tried him like that, tried to fool him out.
Trump tried to get Jeezy to come. It's like my president is orange. Like, no, bro, that's not how that works.
My president is orange. My oranges are too.
Yeah,
and I'll be goddamn if they peel like you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a wild thing. So a lot of people are floating the idea that Weezy F took the deal not just for the money, but because he had this impending legal situation. He is charged with firearm possession in like some kind of Miami airstrip that he stopped in on the way back to LA, and he had like a gold-plated handgun in his bag. I mean, do we think that any of these things are tied together?
I just don't see. I would like to think Wayne is smart to understand that man can't help him in that. He's the president. He's not that. He can't help. We gonna wait and give him clemency or something. He can't help Wayne in this Wayne might need that money to pay his lawyer.
He's literally done that for all of his friends.
They white though.
No, I don't understand why you said that man can't. If anybody can, I'm just saying
that man is not gonna help Lil Wayne get out of jail, bro.
Well, I mean, if you take the million and wear the hat, maybe he will.
That man, he did it for his white friends. He didn't do that for none of his black friends. Him and Bill Cosby had them same pills. He ain't got Bill Cosby out of jail.
How you know him and Bill Cosby had the same pills? You're ridiculous.
Come on, man. I know Bill Cosby was rich.
Them Quaaludes.
They in the same circle. Yeah. Them Quaaludes, they doing the same thing. He ain't go get Bill. So, man, get me.
I think more than anything, it looks like one of those things where it's like the black community was kind of like, Lil Wayne, why you did that? Then karma just hits you real quick. And it's like, oh shit, ain't nobody gonna be behind Wayne on this. I don't necessarily think he'll go to jail, but then I don't see like a whole bunch of people clamoring to defend Lil Wayne in this situation right now. But
well, it happened in December 19 or something.
It was like a year ago, right?
Yeah, but I don't understand why you just don't find somebody to take that charge, man. I don't get it.
It's not always that easy. Sometimes people try to get people and they don't take them.
Have that on the plane in your luggage. Just don't carry a gun.
How you think King Von little homeboy felt?
Gold-plated gun. SOD.
There you go.
No, I'm telling you, the King Von, like when King Von went to jail for them years, it was because they killed somebody, and his homeboy took the whole charge just because King Von was like the meal ticket. Well, now he not here with us no more, and you in jail. I'm just saying how that must feel to be like, I went to jail behind this when maybe I could have been like, say, bro. You'd be alive, I'd be out.
Hey, hindsight is always 20/20, man.
Ain't it though? you live with the decisions you make, man. You live with the decisions you make. Don't take that charge if you ain't ready to do that time. I mean,
hey, even if that man get timed out, you gotta still take that charge.
You did what you were supposed to do, man. Speaking of rappers taking charges and doing time, Raj, I don't know if you had heard about it. I know me and Los were talking about it earlier this week, and I had an opportunity to go watch it. Hulu has the Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary.
God.
Raj.
I did not. I don't have Hulu. I need a Hulu account.
Ooh.
I refuse to buy Hulu.
I'm going to send you one.
Nah, I ain't got it. I'm siphoning drip. No, I am. I'm siphoning drip.
Me too.
That's all. Netflix. I got something closer to my own account, but Hulu. I'm siphoning my drip. I siphon that Hulu drip. I siphon that Netflix drip. That Amazon drip. I siphon.
Yeah. I'm 2 generations off that Hulu though. I'm second, maybe 3rd generation off that thing.
Off that siphon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
way down the pipe.
I actually pay for Amazon and Netflix. That's the 2 I pay for. But I'm siphoning Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, I siphon that drip.
Yeah,
I do have HBO Max by default. But
I still got those with my cable, but I don't know. I might turn off that cable a little bit and just keep that low. I siphon the WWE Network off of. It's cause I got the drip.
That's how he want to watch and play a wrestling game.
At the same time. No, I told y'all why I like WWE Network. I bullshit you not. I watch it every single time I'm in my garage working out. Like I put on, they got all these documentaries, like listening to Jake the Snake Roberts talk about cutting his own forehead and that kind of shit. That's worth watching, man.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
that's
when that man tell you he's scared of snakes.
There's one man that's not scared of snakes.
You're what? You're scared of snakes?
You scared of snakes? Wait a minute. He works on stage.
Okay, forget the medians. Los, did you have a chance to watch the doc yet?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so yeah, me too. It goes through all of the stages of him, like as a little kid, and then
that little dude's smarter than what we give him credit for, man.
Oh yeah.
He's smarter than we give credit.
He knew exactly who he wanted to be. He knew exactly who he wanted to be, and they talked about it in like the stages of his career, right? So check it out. Like at the beginning, he was just like the little dude working at the bodega. Then he was the dude who wore like the crazy clothes because people recognized him for wearing clothes with like AIDS on it, or HIV, or pussy, or nigga on a T-shirt. And he'd be walking around New York with it, and people would take pictures with him. And he was like going viral. Like he ended up on like World Star when he was before he was famous for having. They was like, oh look, why y'all letting this Hispanic dude walk around with a shirt that say nigga on it all the time? Like went viral before he was even a rapper. So shit like that. Yep. Then he started rapping, and he was like on some damn. I'm not gonna say backpack, but like a hip hop collective type thing. Like, like he was rapping with some people who like. Yo, check, I kick rhymes, yo, while I'm riding skateboards, B. Like that kind of shit. like them type of niggas.
And he came in the back through yelling. Same little cadence yelling.
And I'm riding skateboards and I'm riding on bikes.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit right there.
Took that opportunity and went like take money and rented like Lambos and was riding up and down the street in New York, like filming videos of him in Lambos. With like hoes.
Dope video, like him hanging out the windows and just wilding like.
Had a dope fiend shooting up dope
real
in the
dope.
video. Real dope. like just a real good creative mind for what the video would be. And that was like the first iteration of that man's career. But I don't remember why he fell off with that. What did he go? Oh, that charge. That man got that charge.
He got that little charge, and then they started messing with him.
Yeah, the boys running train.
He went over there, and kind of the Bloods kind of put their arm around him.
No, you missed this whole stage. After he got out of jail, that's when he was a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh yeah. He went SoundCloud. You're right.
And he was doing all the SoundCloud shit, and like Trippie Redd, I think is the dude name. He was doing songs with, and it was like whatever. Then that pass caught up with him where they was talking about his charge. Because I almost had forgot about that charge because I had heard about it, but I forgot all about it that he had like a like with a minor charge type thing.
The girl was 13, he was 17.
Yeah. Then that man resurfaced with them Bloods. That's what you said, Los.
Yeah.
And that was
Trippie Redd was with that nonsense. Then one of them boys stole on Trippie Redd.
But shot to shoot.
When they get beat up, they always put it straight online.
Yeah, they do.
That's funny. I would never do that.
Then they tried to shoot Chief Keef, which knowing what I know now seems kind of stupid, but whatever.
Well, Chief Keef he was beefing. We told Chief Keef to suck his dick. Chief Keef flew to New York, and then Chief Keef got shot.
Got shot at. I don't know if they shot him, cause
I think they shot him. I think they might have connected.
They might.
I know it wasn't fatal, but
nope.
I think they jump him.
If they would have connected, he would have went online and showed people. What did you just say?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we missed it. We don't follow Chief.
That's exactly what happened. When Megan got shot, that's when she went online to show people. They can't keep their mouth closed by nothing. You notice we ain't heard from Boosie in a week. We'll get to that in a minute, but and got nothing to talk about. But so then after he did all of that,
put your bullet shot online. I give you $1,000. My man, go ahead.
That man, that is the Tekashi 6ix9ine we knew, cutting bloods with the weird names of songs and wilding with all them things. But from what they were saying, he was giving all of the gangbangers red rags.
Remember? Oh, he said they had the video shoot out in the front of that lady's house. She don't like that nigga.
She hate him.
She hate him, and she, he was like, everybody a few people had red, but he went and bought 50 red rags and a bunch of liquor, and just was handing out the rags to everybody. Had them boys flagged up out there. But he in his mind, he's a super duper creative guy. And he knows exactly what the visual has to be to create that buzz and attention. He is cold at that. I ain't gonna lie.
So after he did all of that, once again, obviously the jail, the snitch, and we are where we're here now. But I mean, it's just a very interesting career that has spanned like 3 years. It ain't even been no whole long time.
That boy had a lot of shit going in 3 years, boy.
Exactly. So it make you look at Tekashi 6ix9ine in a way that's like, oh, okay, it's a very, very interesting take. And this is I
gained a little respect for the guy after that, just a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit of respect for him, just how his mind worked more than anything. And then he really got some good sense because he know what he doing because he came right back out busting, right back out trolling. He moving different. Walking around with 26 armed guards and all of that. He moved, but he came right back out, ready to, making money, dropping hits. So I mean, he doing something right.
If he would have never got affiliated with the gangbangers, he would be a lot bigger of a thing right now. Even just trolling, just regular trolling, but with armed security all the time instead of gangbangers, I think he would have been all right. This is my thought on it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, we're not out here telling you to go listen to Tekashi 6ix9ine, but we are telling you to go watch the documentary because it is definitely worth watching. And you obviously could tell from the last 2 weeks of the podcast, my new fascination is young rappers because they're doing all of the wild shit. But what I was just alluding to is your boy Boosie getting shot, man. Boosie got shot and Benny the Butcher got shot, both in Texas this week, man, both in the leg. Man, what's going on?
But you know, one thing we do know about Houston, especially if you're on a certain side of town, the north side, they definitely gonna rob. We're anywhere.
They didn't rob him in the north side. That was the south side, man. That happened right by the Galleria, man.
Oh, well, that place too.
Wait, it happened in Houston?
Benny the Butcher got shot in Houston.
Boosie got shot in Dallas.
Boosie got shot in Dallas.
Yeah. It's a Walmart by the Gallery?
The one right past 59 South and like going towards Gulfton, right? You know, like across the street from like Chimney Rock. When you cross over Chimney Rock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that's it.
From like the I mean, that's close to the Galleria. It just you wouldn't think it is, but it is.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean, you know, the boys is hungry right now, man. You got it. We want it.
I done flashing and flogging, huh? But I don't know if that's why they came after Boosie though.
Well, no, Boosie went out there with that Mo 3 stuff. I guess he was paying respect to the family and stuff. I don't know if he said something or he just a casualty of war, you know, part of the war. I don't know. I didn't really read and think exactly how Boosie stuff happened. I know they tried to rob old buddy from New York.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of it, man. They be trying to rob boys and shooting them, man. It's part of 2020, man. That's the part of the modus operandi. But I like my rappers, not like I mean, I listen to these youngsters, but I really like my old school rappers. And the old school rappers, as in our area rappers, as in Verzuz Battle that happened yesterday.
Ooh. Yeah.
Jeezy versus Gucci. What do y'all think happened yesterday? Who won that?
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. So I've never gotten into this versus culture. Like it's just not something that's I want to spend my time watching. But I would just imagine that Jeezy schmurdered him.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I just like the fact that that Gucci man keep calling that man a snow cone. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't been watching the trolling.
That song, his first song, I'm Icy.
Yeah,
I really thought, like I remember this is my thoughts back in those days, probably about 2004, 2005. I really thought that, I knew who Jeezy was, Thug Motivation 101. And then I thought that Gucci Man was the dude that sang, I'm icy, I'm all.
That's funny.
I thought that was him. I didn't know that he was the rapper on that song. I thought he was the person that sang that, so I always thought that Jeezy was harder. But then I found out, of course.
I always thought Gucci Man, like Raj, I always thought he was like, I don't know what's a good example. Houston people would understand this example. Down south is where I stay, switch 4 lane. Like that song, it had real rappers on it, but it had like the dude off the radio on it. Mad Hatter or something, right? And we always looked at Mad Hatter as like, that man ain't no real rapper. He just on that song. And I looked at Gucci like, that man can't possibly be a real rapper. He's just somebody on that song. He's probably the person who paid for the song, but he's never gonna make it. I remember thinking that, like, he's never gonna make it. And like,
yeah, he made it.
This Jeezy song,
and then he made it.
And them boys back in the day, if I'm not mistaken, had like real beef,
big time,
right?
Big time.
Jeezy killed one of that boy's homeboys. They tried to set him up.
So
no. So Gucci killed him, huh?
I mean, that's right. Gucci killed one of Jeezy homeboys. They tried to set Gucci up.
So this is what I think, and I've always, not always, but of course, I thought this after that man got out of jail. I really do think that man is a clone. So
that's funny.
That's the only reason why them boys got together and made that verse, because it's not the same dude.
No, it's exactly the same dude. But,
and they got together to make that verse because they got that $1 million.
I look at Gucci as one of them dudes who just be always flowing all the time. He just be flowing, and he be in there flowing, and they just put it to a beat. He had good producers. He just one of those who be flowing all the time, just always flowing. Like, he just one of them guys, always flowing to something. He don't care. You be riding in the car, he flowing the whole way to wherever y'all going. That's what Gucci do.
Just freestyling, huh?
Yeah, just flowing, freestyling the whole way, just sitting there flowing. You be like, man, shut up! I'm trying to hit a real song.
I think the Snowman should kill him, Cutting, because he could just be like, "Oh, you can't tell me." I mean, it got so many things that's like, if you really
bangers,
Cutting, if you really think about it, there's a trillion Jeezy's things. Gucci's gonna have some hits. It's just not on the same level.
But they're not gonna. But you know what though? I ain't gonna lie. To some of them Atlanta dudes, Gucci that's who they look up to. So Roger he might Davis, win. Like huh? his vote might be fire in Atlanta, but
he might win the state of Atlanta. He might win the state of Atlanta.
Yeah, the electoral college he gonna lose the electoral college.
Across the country, he gonna lose his ass off, but he gonna win Georgia. Well, maybe
he
that's what it's.
Hey,
I got.
He win
speaking
Georgia.
of the boy, tell me if this is real, and because was that really Gucci Man cutting them splits?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never seen that video where them boys was videoing Gucci Man and he was cutting some splits in the middle of the street?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh my God! I want to share this with y'all so bad. That's why I think he's a clone, because I don't know Gucci Man to be someone that's gonna cut splits.
That man lost all that weight. Cutting, that man started feeling good about himself. That man might cut splits. I don't know, Cutting. I don't, and I've never heard nobody say cut splits. Cutting.
Never heard that before.
Cut flips. Cutting. I've never heard anybody cut splits. Cutting.
What'd you call it?
I don't know. That
do a split?
Man, the man did a split. Did splits. Did a split.
Boy, hit the splits in the middle of the street.
I just want to be cooler than that, man. Cut splits. They sound better than that.
I think they need to change the whole paradigm, and it don't need to be these versus battles with rappers. It should be like DJs and there was a DJ, right? It was like Manny Fresh.
Mm-hmm. They had a couple of them, but it needed like that one wasn't really no. I mean, I like Manny. It just was. It was unfair to Manny Fresh, but only we could really feel that. You gotta kind of keep it kind of to the area, but I guess it makes it interesting when you let them venture out. But I don't think that one was fair.
They could have did it better. They could have got like Lil Jon, but maybe they could do like podcasters.
They had Lil Jon.
How about a podcaster one though? I think that'd be something you get like Charlamagne. Who you take, Charlamagne or Joe Budden?
Oh, Joe Budden. Funny.
Now cue up that music, because what I have nice to say is nothing.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
Shit, in this world, we got winners and losers. Michael Jordan, winner. Tom Brady, winner. Joe Biden, winner. Trump, loser. But they only got one person out there that is not only a winner, but he also never lost. And that is, of course, the good brother Lavar Ball. Tonight, while prepping for the recording of this podcast, I saw his second son get drafted in the top 3 of the NBA draft. First ever brothers in history to do that. I don't know what your definition of winning as a parent is, but that shit is Archie Manning level of hitting the jackpot. But you know how LeVar get down. He wouldn't. I mean, he couldn't let this week be strictly about his sons. Because the big homie always got something to say. When appearing on a podcast not named Best Friend Weekend, he was asked about his son's relationships now that they're in the league. And of course, he didn't hold back. The Triple B's big baller godfather said, and I quote, "You're never going to meet a nice woman, especially in basketball. You're not going to find nobody like I found your mom. If you're in this profession, you got all this fame and notoriety. How are you going to meet a good girl? You're not. So, I hate to tell you, but you're going to meet a hoe." Just how it goes, son. So, son, that's the bad part of the life that you're going to get. You're never going to meet a good woman. Whoa. And being on brand, he didn't stop there. He also added that the only chance they have to find something real is after they retire. But you got to watch out for women over 30 because, and I quote once more, you got to wonder why she by herself at 30. So there's something that's dangerous no matter how good they look. But have a good time, son. I feel bad for you. But hey, I love the fact that you made it. Man, I love this nigga. Always have, I always have. Because whether it makes sense or not, it's his logic. And he's willing to stand on that shit.
Mm-hmm. 10 toes in the concrete.
And by the way, on all that shit he just said, that nigga is 1,000,000,000% right. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about anyone who says he's off the mark with this one. So I won't say nothing at all. Boy's meeting some hoes, man. And
I gotta say this. You know what's my favorite thing? My favorite thing about attending church is being able to follow along with the missalette. Because I never know what the priest is gonna say unless I have the missalette. So your nothing nice to says are always like abstract. It's always about a story that we just not gonna highlight. It's like your time to highlight it. Yeah. And so I hear the word Lavar Ball and I'm like, let me see what Lavar Ball did so I can follow along with Aldo NICE. And I'm thinking that you're going with this story, but you went with a different story. But I also read here, and I think this is hilarious, in the same vein 11 hours ago, that man said, if he would have never acted a fool, he'd still be president. I would have been there with him. I would have helped him out. You want to act crazy with the big baller? Guess what happened? Anybody real crazy with me don't last long. Anyone mess with big ballers in the long run? It's not going to work out for you. If Trump would have accepted my shoes and not act a fool, he'd still be president. Now you got to go. Oh, well. Yeah, I like him too.
You know what's funny, though? He truly believed it in his heart.
But why he call himself the big brawler, though, Los? Why he say if you're messing with the big baller?
You can't be messing with the big baller. Because he got 3 little ballers. Big baller, man. That boy made that shit come true.
That man made his shit come true.
Yeah.
He told y'all what he was going to do with them cheering, man. Now he got 2 of them. And guess what? One of them going to play, what his name is? Mello is about to take his ass to Charlotte. So he going to play for Jordan. So that means before practice, Lavar and Mike, 1-on-1. Never lost.
No, it's after practice. Wow. It's after practice. Boys getting shots up after practice. Then
I would pay $10 on a streaming service to watch them boys play 1-on-1. Cutting.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll give a little more just in case. I got $11.
Yeah, cutting. I would not wait for the re-show. Cutting. I wouldn't spend $79.99. But I'd spend like $19.99 easy, maybe even $29.99 to watch.
I want to watch it live.
It would have to be like Big 3 stadium size, you know? Yeah. The half court action.
COVID, so it can't be in the fans, just the team.
Just them, cutting. I would love to just watch that man try to post up Michael Jordan the whole game, cutting.
As soon as Michael Jordan get the ball back, I went with a cigar on his mouth. Giving that boy bucket.
Just mad. Playing the best ball we didn't see Jordan play in
some
ages.
Big wide leg jeans on with
fade away on his
on the back of
him. And a Kango.
Yeah. And a double hoop earring.
I could just see Big Baller moving all bad, nigga. Big Baller.
How awkward.
The man got 2 sons in the league, man. Stop that. Anthony Edwards went first, cutting. I don't know who that is. I mean, I don't know a lot about college basketball this season because it all kind of went away.
That dude's a baller, though. He was a number 1 recruit out of Georgia, come out of high school.
Well, I'm not saying I didn't watch, cutting. I mean, I saw, but I just was like, I don't like college basketball to me this year. I mean, I can't be the only one who feels that way. Like college sports, honestly, has been dead to me for about a year. Like, cause LSU so trash.
It was over for you?
After COVID, like LSU so trash this year, cutting, and they ain't been playing because they've been having COVID every couple weeks.
Yeah, I haven't watched LSU football this year. No.
So it ain't really like college sports like talking about that. I didn't watch. So James Wiseman, I knew who that was, cutting. I knew who LaMelo was. I know who Obi Toppy was. Cutting, that's somebody it. Cutting,
I ain't know who the man who get Obi Toppy was.
I just knew Obi Toppy because I heard his name and I was like, Obi Toppy. Raj, how does his name go, Raj?
Obi Toppy.
That man, Obi Toppy, man. That man went to New York, cutting. And I know Wiseman went to the Warriors. And Melo went to the Hornets.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a blessing.
I mean, and not to dive too deep, but it's gotta be fire to get drafted high, like to be like a highly regarded prospect and go to a great team. Because most of the time you're gonna go to like the Knicks, and
the Hornets,
the Browns, the Hornets. You're gonna go to them types of teams, but like the Warriors draft you. That's so dope.
Well, Tristan, Klay Thompson don't have he they say that he lost his other leg too. So
yeah, they say he might.
What he gonna do?
Yeah, he did hurt, but I think I don't know.
They said it might be his Achilles.
Yeah,
that would suck. That suck.
Check old buddy page on Facebook. I'm sure he know.
Word.
No, that's not who he. That's not who he talking about. He talking about your man's from the B.
Oh my god!
I guarantee he report in the morning.
He already posted. Raj just taking a break from him though, so he wouldn't know. Yeah. he wouldn't know.
That being so mean, Raj.
No, I'm interested in some of that stuff. Who is the dude the Pelicans pick, Raj? I don't know him. I've never heard of him.
Me neither.
Kyra Lewis Jr.
So he was high on your draft board.
I mean, I'd heard of him, and he was one of those like fast risers. I don't know college basketball like that either. I just pretty much like went and looked at some people and said, "Oh, I'd like to have this dude. I'd like to have this dude." And I didn't think he was gonna be there. I didn't think that he was gonna be one of the players available for us. But after kind of reading about him and checking out some highlights, I guess I'm fine with that. We just got a log jam at guard.
Like, how many point guards do we need? Guards. That's what I was about to say. How many do we need, right?
Just at the guard position, just at the combo guard position, we got about six players that could contribute. And that's just too many.
I think I counted. You counting the draft pick dude as one of the six?
Counting the draft pick dude.
And
I'm counting Bledsoe in here.
Did we get rid of JJ Redick, or he's still with us?
He's still with us.
Does he count as a combo guard?
No, he's a shooter.
Okay, well, if JJ Redick count, I'm counting 8, brother. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, hold up. Yeah. We talking Lonzo, right? Josh Hart.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I wouldn't have counted Josh Hart.
Okay. Lonzo.
What is he gonna play?
I would think he would be a combo guard, but whatever. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Right.
So that's 2, right? Frank Jackson, 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eric Bledsoe, 4. Yep. George Hill, 5. The cat we just drafted, 6. Yep. JJ Redick, 7. If we're counting him, and if we counted Josh Hart, I mean that'd be 8. Like combo guards, it's ridiculous. You don't need all them guards.
It's too many.
It's too many. I wonder. I was hoping they would have packaged them and get something like, oh, them boys got James Wiseman to go with, that man.
That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Zion.
I think what it seems like we're doing is that we trying to not give up assets. More so, like we're trying to gain assets rather than give up assets to get a splash guy.
Mm-hmm.
So
this wasn't a huge.
Don't seem like we're making any moves because we did trade out. We had a pick at 24. It was R.J. Hampton, and we traded it to the Nuggets for a 2023 lottery protected pick. So, we just keep gaining assets. With the Drew Holiday and the Anthony Davis trade, we got 7 first-round draft picks coming our way eventually.
Well, hopefully by that time, Zion get in shape.
There you go.
Because that boy looking like Booger McFarlane.
Boogers.
He is Booger McFarlane. That's the funniest.
I hate Booger McFarlane, for the record. Just let y'all know that.
Do you hate Booger McFarlane as much as I hate Charles Woodson?
Yes, even more. Because Charles Woodson that was sitting over there blatantly hating on the Saints and blacks. That's what Booger McFarlane be doing with his big funky ass.
I hate when big black niggas do shit like that. They burn my Boudin. Big black nigga hate no black.
Big Jason Whitlock and shit, nigga. I hate you, black funky ass.
Yeah. Now you light skin, I'm below. He light skin, but you a big black nigga trying to go to the light side. Fuck you.
Got an icy watch.
Big black nigga. And God bless the man I put this ice over, nigga. Shit. No, man. I hate Booger too. But I'm just saying, man, before we get out of here, two things. One, Mardi Gras canceled. It should have happened. Fuck it. Cancel all this shit.
Listen. Let me tell you something about people out there. They still gonna have Mardi Gras. They're just not gonna have the police to help block it off.
The same way they still gonna have Bayou Classic?
Yep. With no classic.
With no game.
No classic.
No game at all.
Just
Niggas still bought their ticket. They gonna be out there.
Just to buy you. They definitely
that
have
is
Mardi Gras.
With no police blocking it off.
That's
wow. I'm dreading this, but I think it's actually gonna take place. And other things, still in New Orleans, man. We wouldn't be real fans if we didn't get off the podcast and talk about this. Are we gonna be able to run it back and do the same thing we did last year, winning all them games with Teddy? Is Jameis the answer?
Well, I know one thing. If he don't keep them W's out of his mouth, he gonna catch COVID. So I don't know. I really if him and Taysom split the snaps up, they gonna be all right.
You see, I disagree with that. I think that we need to choose one dude and leave him in.
So Taysom.
Like, so if it's gonna be Taysom, leave him in. If it's gonna be
White boy,
Jameis,
right.
leave him in. Let him get a rhythm. Like, let him play regular quarterback and bring Taysom in, in goal line situation. But don't, like this past week when they took that man out, they took Jameis out and they put Taysom in on that 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2, whatever it was. It pissed me off. Like, I just wanted
that's the
Jameis
same thing
to
they do
stay
with.
in.
That's the same thing they do with Drew though. Sometimes.
But I don't mind him doing it with Drew. Like, we done built, like, Drew Holiday, Lord. Drew Brees is like, this is the staple. Like, he done been there and boys been playing together for a while. Like, Jameis Winston just got here, no preseason, no real mini camp, no real training camp.
Scared.
Like, man, that man need to get some reps.
Yeah, in practice.
In different situations.
Listen, bro. All I'm gonna say is I was big on the if we're gonna see it, we should see Taysom now. Cutting this was like my biggest thought. Like earlier in the week, I had 2 very important conversations and read one article. The article I just sent to y'all boys is called "Jameis Winston Will Be Your Worst Nightmare," and it's a CSC editorial. And the gist of the article is he's going to be your worst nightmare because if he ever has and this article was written before the season started, right when they traded for him. And it was like under the premise that Drew Brees gets hurt like he did last year, and Jameis had to come in like Teddy did. Mm-hmm. That he's going to be your worst nightmare because that's the end of Drew Brees' career. Like y'all hate Jameis Winston, and we hate Jameis Winston, but he will be so much better in this offense that Drew Brees is currently with his skill set versus Drew Brees' skill set that there's no way you can go back to Drew Brees after Jameis Winston gets in. Is what that article was talking about.
That's a lot.
Like 8 months ago. Okay, that's one thing.
I don't believe it.
Then I talked to my pops. And he said, "Why wouldn't you start Jameis? 2 out of our next 3 games are against the Falcons. If there's any team that Jameis knows, it's the Falcons. He's played them 2 times a year for his whole career." And I'm like, well, damn. Yeah, that do make sense.
Did he win?
Makes a lot of sense.
He won a lot of them. Shit. And then, like, when you just go look at his numbers, Jameis Winston's got better numbers than Peyton Manning over his first 5 years in the league, bro. I know what we think, but I think we might be living in a world of alternative facts with him. I mean, the stuff he did was no worse than Big Ben. And his numbers are no worse than Peyton Manning at the same time. I know he looks like a buffoon, so we kind of take him at that value that Jameis is an idiot. Yeah, he eat his fingers. He stole crab legs. He stood on that table in talking about grammar by pussy. He groped the Uber driver. He did all kind of stupid shit, right? Yeah, Jameis Winston. I'm not I am not cutting for him in that way. But in the last, I don't know, 3-4 years, what has he done? Played quarterback?
No, yeah.
Put up big numbers?
Interceptions, yeah.
No, bro. That's the misnomer. Before this season, he never threw more than 20. This one was the outlier. And even in the season where he threw 30 interceptions, that nigga threw 33 touchdowns and 5,000 yards, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if Sean Payton could be like, bitch, take these underneath things and let it rip when I tell you can let it rip. I think we might be nasty, Cutting. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm this is the crazy part. As Saints fans, I want y'all to co-sign this. Maybe you're not, but maybe you will. Last season and this, when Drew goes down like that, I'll be like, fuck. But I also be like, I need all of them people like
Thomas
to shut the hell up and stop saying that when Drew leaves, we only lucky because our quarterback about to retire and then we're going to be trash. I need them to shut the hell up because I need our next quarterback to step in there and be ready to go. I thought it was Teddy.
I'm all for that.
I thought it was Teddy. I knew it was Teddy.
Yeah.
We let him go because Drew wanted to come back another year. I think Teddy would have been fucking fantastic with us this year. But if it's Jameis or whoever, Cutting, I'm with it too. So I'm excited about this week to start watching, Cutting.
Show me. Just show me. That's all I'm asking. Come show me, bro.
I'm excited to go see what we do at this point. So that's why I'm with the Saints, man. Hey, man, look. Y'all appreciate everybody coming in and kicking it with us this week, as always, man, and spending this time with the Best Friend Weekend podcast crew. Go pick out your Best Friend Weekend's hoodies and any one of the gears. Getting cold outside, get you some beanies, whatever, the whole nine, man. Look, all of that good stuff. Stay locked in, and until next time, have a great weekend. Pow, 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 pow. Make it a Best Friend Weekend. Pow, pow, pow.